Hi everyone, and welcome back to Vietlaw Explorers. Today, we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic. Can foreigner buy the land in Vietnam? I know, what are you thinking? Isn't that illegal? Well, the answer is not so simple. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the laws surrounding foreign land ownership in Vietnam, and we will see what options are available to foreigners who want to invest in Vietnamese real estate. According to statistics from the Ministry of Construction of Vietnam, since the 2014 housing law came into effect, there have been about 335 foreigners who have bought house in Vietnam, mainly apartment in commercial housing projects. Foreign individuals and organizations that have bought and owned house in Vietnam are mainly concentrated in major cities and provinces such as Hà Nội, Hồ Chí Minh, Bắc Ninh, Bình Dương, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu. The majority of these buyers come from South Korea, China, Singapore, the US, Australia, Japan, and Malaysia. The demand for buying the house from foreigners living and working in Vietnam, including the need to own house for living and business needs, is very large. According to statistics from the Ministry of Construction of Vietnam, there are about 4 million people who want to buy house in Vietnam in the future, including foreigners and overseas Vietnamese. What the law says? According to current housing law in Vietnam, foreigners are not allowed to buy land. However, they are allowed to own house in Vietnam under certain conditions. Who can buy a house in Vietnam? The following foreign individuals and organizations are eligible to own a house in Vietnam. Firstly, individual and organizations that invest in building house in Vietnam according to the law. Second, enterprise with foreign investment branches and representative office of foreign enterprise, foreign investment funds, and foreign bank branches operating in Vietnam. Finally, foreigners who are permitted enter Vietnam. How can foreigners buy a house in Vietnam? Foreigners can only own a house in Vietnam through one of the following forms: investing, building house in Vietnam according to the law, buying, hire, purchasing, receiving as a gift, or inheriting commercial house, including apartment and individual house in housing projects, except for area of defenses and security as prescribed by the government. Restriction on foreign ownership of house. Foreigners are subject to the following restrictions when buying the house in Vietnam. They can only buy the house in commercial housing projects, excluding area of defense and security. They can only buy a maximum of 30% of the total number of apartments in the building. They can only buy a maximum of 10% of the total number of project, villa or individual house in a housing project. They can only buy a maximum of 250 house in ward administrative unit. Why can't foreigners buy land in Vietnam? There are a few reasons why foreigners are not allowed to buy land in Vietnam. Firstly, the government wants to protect the country's land resources. Second, the government wants to ensure that Vietnamese citizens have access to affordable housing. Finally, the government wants to prevent foreign speculation in the land market. So, there you have it, the answer to the question, can foreigner buy land in Vietnam? If you have any further questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe my channel for more video about Vietnam. See you the next time. Goodbye.